Most home sellers are looking at a time machine when they come up with a listing price when they put their property on the market. They basically look at what their neighbor sold 3 months ago, and then they go, I want that price plus 5% on top of that. In today's shifting market, that's the easiest way for your property to sit on the market unsold for 100 plus days. Today, I'm showing you my 3-step market analysis approach to pricing that actually gets you to the closing table. First thing we're going to start off with is sold comps. So sold comps are history, right? It tells us what a buyer was willing to pay 30, 45, 60, even 90 days ago. So it's old data. It's history. Now, while they establish the appraisal floor, they don't account for certain factors in the real estate market that definitely affects the sale of your property, like interest rates rising or inventory spiking. If inventory in your zip code or neighborhood or area doubled in the last 3 months, then that sold price 3 months ago is outdated. Let's move on to active listings. These are your enemy. This is direct competition. Active listings are basically you and all the sellers that are fighting for the buyer's eyeballs. So if there are 10 homes just like yours that are on the market and there is average one buyer buying one of these homes every single month, you aren't worth the average active price right now. You're just one of 10 options. In order to win, you have to be the best dressed or best value. So basically you have to be the best staged or the best upgraded property over anyone else, or you have to be the best value, meaning the best price for the buyer. And last, we're going to talk about pending sales. This is the holy grail of real estate data. This is the point of the meeting of the minds between buyers and sellers. So if a house went pending in 4 days for $500,000 as an asking price, that market is hot. If it took 60 days and a price drop or 2 price drops, that turns into your real pricing target. I always like to call the pending status of any property that we're comparing your property to as the bullseye for your asking price, because that bullseye tells us where we need to price for a buyer to make an offer on your property. And here's a pro tip. Have your agent call the listing agent of the pending property and ask them how many offers they got and how long it took to get an offer. That pulse is worth more than just a spreadsheet you're looking at. Okay, that's valuable information. And also, here's another pro tip. Don't wait for that pending to get sold, because that pending status with that asking price changes to a lower number in today's market, which you don't want the buyer to see. So definitely try and get under contract before that pending property that's just like yours sells, because once the buyer sees that, they're immediately going to say, well, that's the price. It sold for $400. They were priced at $450, but it sold for $400. So I'm going to make an offer at $400. So to conclude about pricing, it's not about what you as the seller want, need to get, hope to get. That doesn't matter. What pricing is about is understanding the value that the buyer is willing to pay for your property compared to every other option that's currently out there. And in today's market, you have to be more aggressive because buyers know that they're in a market that they control. If it was the other way around, then you could price it high and then the buyers just come up to that price. But unfortunately, you have to take into consideration everything that's around you. My name is Mike Febrance. I'm with RE/MAX Southern Shores here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Anything I can do to help you out, either here or there, there's a link down below. Let's set up a call. Let me see if I can help you out. Folks, like, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.